BRGIE Newsline. Breaking now.
Hello everyone and welcome to Biafra Media. I remain Edidem Unwana. Today, I have a big revelation. Do you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the founder of IPOB? The original founder speaks out. Listen.
Let's get back to our guest, Barrister Emeka. Thank you. I know you've listened through and a lot has been said. Some questions directly directed to you. Maybe you would react to some of those things. Some people ask questions around, Nnamdi Kanu's agitation and what you think about it. Maybe you run us through all that, then we'll bring in the other opinions.
Thank you very much. Yes, I had the questions about Nnamdi Kanu. And one of them said, have you met him? Do you know him? Have you visited him?
Yeah.
And so on. Nnamdi Kanu was brought to me by Chukwuma Egemba. I am the founder of IPOB. You need to know it. You can go on Google, and type my name. Just type my name, Emeka Sulu. I'm the founder of IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu then was with Wazirike. Well, Nnamdi Kanu was not a member of IPOB. I need to let you know this.
He was not a member.
He was not a member of IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu was a member of MASOB under Wazirike. Then I was in London and started IPOB in London. From London, I came here and filed a case between Indigenous People of Biafra and Federal Republic of Nigeria, the suit number FHC/CS/OW/102/2012. I filed that suit in the Federal High Court between Biafra and Nigeria. And I was coming from London to do this case. That case later was reconstituted as FHC/CS/EN/2019. That's 2019.
Yeah.
Now we are now in the Court of Appeal as CA/E/E. CA, that's Court of Appeal,
Yeah.
/E, as Enugu, /96/2020. We are now in the Court of Appeal. Now, that case, I started it in 2012. Nnamdi Kanu was brought to me by Chukwuma Egemba.
Who is Chukwuma Egemba?
Dr. Chukwuma Egemba was one of them. There were 5 who came to me. There were Chukwuma Egemba, Uchemefo, Nwada Marachi, Sam Ume, and Nnamdi Kanu. There were 5 who came to me and said they want to join us.
Okay. They were all members of MASOB.
Of MASOB.
Okay.
They want to join us. And that I now asked them, what were you doing for MASOB? They said they were in the radio called Radio Biafra. And that Wazirike is no longer sponsoring them. And that Nnamdi Kanu, I asked him, he said Wazirike is a saboteur. He was a saboteur. They made so many statements against Wazirike. I said, okay, I have listened to you. I came to Nigeria and met Wazirike and asked him questions.
This was when?
2012, I said that was when I filed this case.
Okay.
I asked Wazirike questions. He said, well, that Nnamdi Kanu was using the Radio Biafra against him. That he was paying Nnamdi Kanu 500,000 every month. And that he now turned the radio against him and was now using the radio to destroy his image. So he stopped paying Nnamdi Kanu. It's okay. Well, we are going to court. Since you people do not believe in the legal method, I believe in the legal method, and that's why our own movement now, we are using the law and politics and diplomacy. He said, okay. In fact, he said, well, that the struggle is like a river. Every person can swim from any side. In fact, that's the adage he used that day. It's like swimming in an ocean. You can jump in from any side and swim.
Okay.
So we now moved on and filed this case. So I now asked these people from MASOB, okay, what can you do for us? They said they are experts in media work, radio. And Nnamdi was a broadcaster. Okay, I said, okay, so how do you broadcast? They said that before they used to have a radio station built by Wazike, radio studio, built in London by Wazike. Wazike told me he built it. But later, when these people left him, they took the equipment, whatever happened. But now, as they were talking with me, they said they had only laptop. And that they were no longer broadcasting in their studio, but they had a laptop. And they now were broadcasting on the internet. They'll record something and they post it. So, I don't know media work. Okay, you people can continue. They said all they needed was to be buying airtime, what they call airtime, that they need to pay for airtime, and then they'll broadcast. So, well, I'm not a technical man. I don't know that. If that's what you can do, fine. Then I called the leader of IPOB, Honorable Justice Ezozobi.
The
leader of Indigenous People of Biafra.
Okay, you founded it and then he
fine. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Even though I founded it, I didn't make myself a leader.
Okay.
I constituted the elders because before I founded it, I gathered the elders together. Honorable Justice Ezozobi, who was a former Chief Judge of Enugu State. Dr. Dozie Ikedife, Ikenga Nnewi, who was also a former President General of Ohanes Ndibo. Colonel Achuzie,
Joe Achuzie.
You know him, Ered of Biafran Army. Then the Bird Wegojuku, myself, and some other elders, even Professor Oswago, some other elders will consider them together. So, okay, you will be the leader. You consider as Council of Elders of Indigenous People of Biafra. Council of Elders. I said, I cannot be the leader when these elders are here. Honorable Justice Ezozobu, retired Chief Judge of Enugu State. I cannot be ahead. I cannot lead when you are there. I said, I would rather be your advisor, legal advisor to the Council of Elders. That's how we started. So now when Nnamdi Kanu and his group, the people from MASOP, said that's what they want to do, that's media work.
Yeah.
I called the leaders, that's the Honorable Justice Zobu, Dr. Ikedife, and some others. I said, look we have got some young men from MASOP who have joined us. And Nnamdi will be the broadcaster. He said he's talented in broadcasting, media work. They said, okay, fine. If he will do it, let him take up the media work. That was how I now made Nnamdi Kanu the director of Radio Biafra. Director of Radio Biafra.
What year was this?
I said this in 2012.
2012, okay.
So now, you know why each time I come to where they were broadcasting, they will be quarreling among themselves.
In London? Then.
Yes, in London. In Imam Mezu's house. They were quarreling. I said, come on, this is your media team. Don't you have a structure? Who is the leader? Who is a broadcaster? Who is the secretary? Who is a chair? I said, they were always quarreling. Because this time they will invite me, sometimes they will invite me to see how they are broadcasting. And I will also broadcast, because it's a kind of internet. When you are talking, the thing will be coming out. I don't know how they do it. And as planned, after that meeting, Nnamdi now made a broadcast on the internet. And the thing boosted our struggle. So we moved even to Germany. And in fact, we got to the point where Germany gave us a house they wanted us to use. A house left by Angola. We wanted to have a kind of mission, kind of diplomatic embassy, but it's going to be under customary international law. Under customary international law. We are a nation within a nation. We are a people within Nigeria. We are a nation within a nation. We are not sovereign. We are not sovereign. So we needed a place so we can be gathering ourselves together. So that outing was good. It boosted us. Nnamdi was broadcasting very well. Everything was going very, very well. Until suddenly, after some time, he now started broadcasting on violent tone and was. In fact, he said he had dissolved the Council of Elders.
The Council of Elders?
Yeah, of Indigenous People of Biafra.
Oh my goodness.
He had dissolved them, that he's now the leader and founder. That the elders are saboteurs. Our elders are saboteurs, traitors, or Hanes and Dushin. You know? So he now, I don't know what kind of...
So do you think that if, with the pace that the IPOB was going as at that time, we're trying to get Biafra done and the Australian government inviting the IPOB over to listen to them, to get the documents and all that, it would have happened, the actualization of the dream of having Biafra recognized by the West and, many other great nations would have happened if not for the thing that you said, Nnamdi Kanu dissolving and, going against what was the outline for this group.
Yeah, so if we had continued with that on that tempo, if we had continued, I believe that if Australian government had, backed us up, maybe Germany that was even willing to give us a house, but that was left by Angola, maybe they would have also come in. Then British government would have also come in. Even if they didn't give us outright independence, at least recognize us as a people within Nigeria. Okay. So, because eventually, when Nnamdi left, because these things led to his excommunication from IPOB, the original IPOB, the elders, signed by Dr. Dozie Ikedife, excommunicated him on 14th of May 2014. Okay. Nnamdi was excommunicated from IPOB. He now formed his own IPOB, which now became very popular because he had the radio, the laptop. It's not a physical building. Anywhere he is, he could broadcast. So he had the microphone and he had the audience. And like the Bible says, it is the people you hear. My people hear my voice and they follow me. My sheep hear my voice and they follow me. The people they're hearing his voice, the person they followed. So the elders now stayed back and started watching him. He said that this legal method is fraudulent. That how long will it take you to get Biafra through legal method? He doesn't believe in legal methodology. He doesn't believe in legal methodology.
So he wanted it by fire and by force.
By fire by force, however. Okay, fine. But our own is slow. And truly, our own is slow. It takes many years to go through the legal process.
But slow and steady wins the race, though.
Yes, of course. So we are now at the Court of Appeal. And we have now filed our memorandum in the National Assembly. We are the only Biafran group that presented our paper before constituted authority, the National Assembly, and the Fed and the Court and the Judiciary. The only Biafran group that presented. You see, this struggle, you have to be legitimate in the struggle. If you go to the Bible, you will see where God spoke to Moses and said, "You take the elders of you, go to Pharaoh and say, let my people go." Approach the sovereign. Pharaoh was the sovereign. Approach him face to face and then make your demand. Not to running around the street, running on the street. Make your demand. Go to Pharaoh, go to the sovereign government and make your request. Not making protesting on the street. You can run around the street, but you are disrupting economy, disrupting a lot of things. Now we follow that spiritual principle. We now approach the sovereign government in the National Assembly and in the Judiciary. Say, this is our request. And that is it. So, in 2018, we now approached the British government. We had meeting with Boris Johnson, the former Prime Minister. We had meeting with him 3 times. Because this issue of Nigeria, you cannot resolve that issue without involving the international community that had invested in Nigeria.
Colonize Nigeria.
Well, we call it colonize. You also call it colonize. Well, I asked that question. He said another question because I went to the British authorities. I'm a British citizen and a solicitor of England and Wales. I went and asked that question. Why did you colonize us? How did you just enter our land and then colonize us? Is it not illegal? I asked that question and they gave me answers. It's a very beautiful. They said that they signed agreement with our ancestors before they entered our land. I said, I want to see those agreements. I think I'm even deviating.
All right. Yeah. I think this conversation might not even end today because there's a lot to unravel, especially with the history of IPOB. I'm quite interested in that because a lot of people are plugged into the emotional, part of the Biafran struggle. But a lot of people also need to understand where the origins are and people who have done what in the history of the struggle for the realization of Biafra. And, what it might morph into, since we have not quite realized Biafra, there's a lot that has muddled up the whole situation. There's the agitation that has become quite violent, and there are the cases in court and the suspicion with regards to anything concerning Biafra right now. So, like you said, the Biafrans are still there. The people who are Biafra are still there. They were not extinguished. They were not annihilated. So it would forever be there. So there needs to be a pathway to realizing what their dreams are. And what does the future hold in this regard? Nnamdi Kanu is still in court with the federal government as it stands. There has to be another pathway to realizing, or at least achieving the things, the demands that those who are Biafrans were asking for or will continue to ask for as long as they exist. But we've run out of time for today.
That's okay.
Thank you so much, Barrister Emeka Emekisiri. Thank you. You say you are the founder of IPOB.
That's correct.
All right. Thank you. We'll have another conversation with you sometime soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Barrister, for joining us. And our parliamentarians, it's a wrap for today. We'll be here tomorrow to look at issues of national interest. Keep it as well to 94.5 Urban Radio. My name is Chioma Onwasonga.
I am Yagazie Obiwanne Ozalo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, you have heard it all. IPOB was hijacked by NMK. We reject supreme leadership in Biafra. We're going nowhere. Like, share, and subscribe.